Hi, welcome to the second part of chapter number 12 of the New Education Policy 2019. This chapter deals with optimal learning environment. That's the title of the chapter. And in this, today we're going to spend time on one important facet called internationalization. Some basic facts to begin with. Across the globe, there are about 5 million students in higher education who are pursuing their degree, master's or PhD or any other higher education program away from their mother country. We're calling this as the internationalization of higher education. And that is an important strategic battle or war that India wants to win as enshrined in the New Education Policy 2019. In contrast to 5 million students, that's the market size, India gets only about 40,000 students to be here during the academic period and studying in Indian universities. Now look at the opportunity that exists for India. Out of 5 million students, which means let's assume that 1.25 million students every year are outside, but India gets only 11,000 of them to come to India. And this is a basic statistics in a context where India has got excellent higher education institutions compared to about 75-80% of the countries in the world. If you go to any of the countries in Southeast Asia, entire African continent, Southern America, you'll find that people rate Indian education, technical education particularly, as something which is at par with the best in the world, save maybe 5 countries. So this, along with the fact that Indian parents are sending lots of children away to Europe, Australia and US, and that is resulting in a large amount of foreign exchange drain for the country. So there is an opportunity where there is supply of seats in India, there is demand for Indian education in other parts of the world, and that's the opportunity that the new education policy wants to cash in on. A couple of other interesting points for us to cover in this is that MHRD wants to lead this effort by doing formal bilateral MOUs with education ministries or governments in all the countries across the world. So the government wants to lead this effort, and then the universities can come behind and do their respective tasks. Number 2, Indian government or the NEP 2019 wants to encourage the tier 1 and tier 2 higher education institutions in India, which will include the 200 top institutions which are bracketed in the new education policy as the research institutions, or the next rung of institutions, about 1,000 of them. They wish to encourage them selectively to go out and set up offshore campuses in appropriate geographies. Number 3, there will be an act, regulations that are sought to be brought in to invite top 200 global universities to set up their campuses and offer degree programs or postgraduate programs or PhD programs in India. That is another important step that is sought to be done as per the new policy. Another important dimension of this policy is the recognition of online learning programs and MOOCs and recognizing them as the new reality. So The policy goes on to say that a student in any part of the world could be attending an online program offered by an IIT Kanpur or an IIT Madras, accumulate credits. Maybe he also is accumulating credits offered online by an MIT or Stanford, and he can aggregate all these credits, and that would be recognized as a degree in a certain framework that they will come out with as part of this internationalization strategy under NEP 2019. These are some of the very, very interesting initiatives which promise to unleash the potential of Indian higher education institutions. And when these are coupled with the branding and outreach that is done by the Ministry of HRD on their own, it will give a lot of muscle, it will give a lot of momentum to the initiative. So what is in it for you if you are running an educational institution or a university? It's very important for you to recognize that there's a great opportunity out there, and quickly the shields or the defenses that were operating, they will be dismantled. So if you are a top university in India, you need to brace yourself up for competition from top universities globally. If you are a university that is in tier 2, tier 3, it's time for you to wake up, change a whole lot of internal structures, processes, quality benchmarks, up your research. And if you are a hungry university, here is the opportunity to actually go out and fetch growth for yourself by setting up online degree granting capabilities using technology, fetch students from abroad to come in, and you will be supported by the Study in India campaign, website, and the money that the government is going to invest to fetch students from different countries to come to study in India. That brings us to the summary and analysis of mine of this subtopic called internationalization of higher education as per chapter number 12 in New Education Policy 2019.